From ancient Viking feasts to modern book-gifting holidays, Iceland is full of rich traditions that reflect its history, nature, and strong sense of community. Let's dive into the top 10 traditions that make Iceland truly one of a kind. Þorrablót is one of Iceland's oldest cultural traditions, dating back to the Viking Age. Celebrated in January and February during the Old Norse month of Þorri, it's a feast that honors ancient gods and Icelandic heritage. Originally a pagan ritual, it was revived in the 19th century as part of a nationalistic movement and has since become a popular cultural event. During Þorrablót, Icelanders gather to eat traditional foods that were once preserved during long winters. The menu includes fermented shark, pickled ram's testicles, liver sausage, and blood pudding. While these dishes may be shocking to outsiders, they are a source of pride and humor among Icelanders. Rye bread, butter, and shots of brennivín, a strong local schnapps, often accompany the meal. The celebration usually includes toasts, folk songs, poetry recitals, and satirical speeches. Many communities and workplaces host Þorrablót parties, blending humor with history. Rúntur is a uniquely Icelandic tradition of leisurely driving around town, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. In Reykjavik and many smaller towns, young people, and sometimes entire families, take part in this social ritual, cruising slowly through popular streets, playing music, chatting, and watching people. The word Rúntur means to take a loop or circuit. What began as a teen pastime in the mid-20th century has become a widespread social tradition. Before bars became popular, this was one of the main ways Icelanders socialized and scoped out weekend plans. Today, the Rúntur is especially popular among teens too young to drink, giving them a way to hang out with friends, meet new people, and just be seen. Some might park and gather at gas stations or cafes, while others simply drive in circles for hours. Christmas in Iceland, known as Jól, is a deeply cherished celebration that blends Christian customs with older pagan traditions. The festive season starts 4 weeks before Christmas with Advent and continues through to January 6th, known as Þrettandinn, the 13th night. What makes Icelandic Christmas unique is the presence of the 13 Yule lads, mischievous troll-like brothers who visit children one by one starting on December 12th. Each night, kids place a shoe in their window, and if they've behaved well, they receive small gifts. If not, a raw potato might appear instead. Each Yule lad has a unique personality and name, like Door Slammer, Sausage Swiper, or Spoon Licker. Christmas Eve is considered more important than Christmas Day, and gifts are usually exchanged after a festive dinner. Icelanders love reading, and it's common to gift books on Christmas Eve and then spend the night reading, a phenomenon called the Christmas book flood. The Christmas book flood tradition began during World War II when paper was one of the few items not heavily rationed, and books became the perfect, affordable present. Each year, Icelandic publishers release a flood of new titles in the weeks leading up to Christmas. In fact, most books in Iceland are published during this short period. Households across the country receive a catalog called Bókatíðindi, listing all the newly published books. Icelanders use it to select titles for friends and family, making reading a major part of the holiday celebration. On Christmas Eve, it's customary to gift books and spend the rest of the night curled up, reading with a cup of hot chocolate or mulled wine. This tradition has helped Iceland maintain one of the highest per capita rates of writers and readers in the world. While most Icelanders identify as Lutheran, there's a growing number who follow Ásatrú, a revival of Old Norse paganism. Ásatrú worships the gods of the ancient Norse pantheon, like Odin, Thor, and Freyja, and is rooted in respect for nature, ancestry, and Icelandic heritage. Established as a recognized religion in 1973, the Ásatrú Fellowship has gained popularity, especially among those seeking spiritual connections outside conventional Christianity. The group holds rituals called blots, often performed outdoors at solstices and equinoxes. These gatherings include storytelling, chanting, toasts, and symbolic offerings to the gods or land spirits. In recent years, the faith gained international attention with the construction of a Norse temple, the first in nearly 1,000 years, overlooking Reykjavik. Though Ásatrú is non-dogmatic, it emphasizes ecological awareness, ethical living, and a deep respect for Iceland's natural landscape. Bolludagur, or Bun Day, is part of a 3-day festival leading up to Lent and is a much-anticipated event, especially for children. Celebrated on the Monday before Ash Wednesday, the star of the day is the boller, fluffy, sweet cream buns filled with jam and whipped cream, topped with chocolate glaze. The tradition has a fun twist. Children create decorative wands and sneak up on their parents in the morning, tapping them while shouting, "Bolla, bolla!" Each tap is supposed to earn them 1 bun, though parents rarely keep count. The custom likely came from Denmark, but has evolved into a uniquely Icelandic celebration. Bakeries compete to make the most delicious and creative versions, and families often bake their own at home. Öskudagur is often compared to Halloween, as kids dress up in colorful costumes and go from store to store singing songs in exchange for candy. This cheerful tradition falls on the Wednesday after Bolludagur. In schools, children enjoy costume parades and parties. Unlike Halloween, where costumes tend to be spooky, Öskudagur features a wide range, from princesses and animals to TV characters and historical figures. It's a time for imagination and celebration, and many small towns hold contests for the best costumes. Öskudagur reflects Iceland's playful spirit and how old religious customs have been reshaped into joyful, community-based events. While rooted in Christian tradition, Icelanders have truly made it their own, and for many children, it's one of the highlights of the year. In Iceland, where winters are long and dark, celebrating the coming of summer is especially meaningful. Sumardagurinn Fyrsti, or the first day of summer, is a national holiday celebrated on the first Thursday after April 18th. Ironically, the weather is often still wintry, but the day marks the start of the old Icelandic calendar's summer season. Traditionally, Icelanders believed that if summer and winter froze together, meaning if temperatures dropped below freezing the night before, it was a good omen for a warm and pleasant summer ahead. Today, the holiday is celebrated with parades, outdoor games, and family activities. Scouts, marching bands, and community groups often participate in local events. Children may receive small gifts, similar to how they're treated during Christmas or Easter. Unlike most Western countries, Iceland doesn't use family surnames in the traditional sense. Instead, children receive a last name based on their father's, or sometimes mother's, first name, followed by son of or daughter of. What makes this more intriguing is the existence of the Icelandic Naming Committee. This government body decides whether new names, especially foreign or invented ones, are allowed under Icelandic law. Names must be compatible with Icelandic grammar and spelling and cannot cause the child embarrassment. While the idea might seem restrictive, it's rooted in cultural preservation. The language is considered sacred by many Icelanders, and the naming system helps maintain linguistic purity. First names are extremely important, and in social settings, people are almost always referred to by their given names, even in formal contexts. Perhaps one of the most relaxing Icelandic traditions is the regular soaking in hot springs, both natural and man-made. Thanks to Iceland's geothermal activity, the country is dotted with warm pools and lagoons. From luxurious spas like the Blue Lagoon to tiny hidden hot pots in the highlands. Bathing in geothermal water is more than a leisure activity. It's a way of life. Icelanders visit local swimming pools year-round, often daily. These pools usually have outdoor hot tubs, saunas, and steam rooms. They're affordable, family-friendly, and deeply social spaces where people chat, relax, and unwind. The tradition has roots in Iceland's early settlement, when geothermal springs were vital for warmth and hygiene. Today, it's as much about wellness as it is about community. There's even a common saying, "All the best conversations happen in the hot pot." These were the top 10 Icelandic traditions. Have you ever experienced any of these Icelandic traditions? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.